morning. It's probably about 9, almost 9 o'clock. First day of rifle season. We're out here on the back side of the property that I've got property on. Saw a couple, 3 does this morning. Actually, a doe and 2 twin fawns. Got the doe to stop a couple times. I took a shot and it misfired my fucking ammo. So I had to misfire on my ammo. Tried to reload, but once I got her to stop, she was getting kind of jumpy. She kept looking behind her. I thought maybe something was following her out, but nothing's been probably about 25 minutes or so. Nothing's following her out. So the fawns jumped and went in a totally different direction. I thought the doe was starting to walk towards my father-in-law. He's about 300 yards off to about the left of me right now. I'm working this spot because I got a lot of buck line, buck rubs going on right now. There's probably about a dozen or so fairly decent fresh ones. I put up a mock scrape. Nothing's been there for a while. The leaves are totally covered in, so I don't think they're working on that anymore. But I can see there's some kicked up leaves out there, so they've been working their way through there. And this area is kind of set up as like a staging area or so. I think because I'm off to this side of me, I got a decent orchard. Way over to probably about 600, 700 yards to this side of me. There's another orchard, so we're split between the two. Heard probably 4 dozen shots going off today, so hopefully we'll get something, so stay tuned. So update about 10 minutes ago, I had a 4-pointer coming in pretty quick. I kind of slow down a little bit, but he still wouldn't slow down very much, so I kind of had to get a little shot on the run. I must have it was a tight shot. I must have a twig or a branch going down there because it's pretty thick in that one spot where it was. I know I missed him because I just went down and looked. No blood. I definitely can see he boogied out of there real quick, so that bullet must have come close to him, but I looked around, no blood, no nothing, no hairs, no nothing, so hope didn't screw my day up by taking that shot. It was kind of a rush shot, but I probably could have got him to come back if I started grunting to him, but I bleeped a couple times to him. He slowed down, looking around, but he was still in a good pace. So hopefully, it's a good sign. That's 4 deer in probably the last couple hours, so a lot better than last year. Last year I saw it, didn't see nothing around here. So looks like some of my work's paying off around here. So we'll see. Alright, stay tuned. So it's about 11 o'clock. Right now it's the lull of the day. Nothing's moving since last time I saw that 4-pointer come through. I really hope that I didn't take that shot and screw up the rest of the area for the rest of the day. Hopefully later on today, stuff should be a little bit better. Get a little bit more movement. It's gotta get a little cooler tonight, so hopefully that'll trigger some movement tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning's gonna be a little colder than it was this morning. It wasn't that bad this morning. I guess been having that bad all day. It's pretty comfortable sitting out here, not too cold, not too warm like last year. Last year I was right down in my freaking sweatpants on the first day because it was so warm out. So not a bad day so far. Hopefully it picks up later on today. Stay tuned. So it's about 2 o'clock. Been talking to the other guy that's on the property over in the far corner of the swamp. He saw the 4-pointer this morning, and he saw those does. We think those does are doing circles on the property, coming out of the swamp, coming up the old logging road, cutting over the ridge, and then going back around. That 4-pointer, we're not sure what he's doing. He might have been cruising through. she wasn't hot because he did nothing. He even sniffed the area she walked through. So hopefully this spot's gonna get a little bit busy here. Next couple hours, so shooting light starts getting low. I'm hoping those does come back through. That 4-pointer may come back through, or something else may walk through. Let's hope. Stay tuned.
I had no luck today, but my father-in-law did. Nice little 6-pointer. So, end of day 1 rifle season, 2014. They say there's a decent sized one out there, but I didn't see it, so I'm going to sit in that stand and they all saw the action tomorrow. So, till tomorrow.
Day 2 of New York State Rifle. It's November 16th, 2015. Looks like I'm having a pretty good day today. Got a storm front coming in. Later on, tomorrow's supposed to be wicked crappy. So I don't think we're coming out tomorrow. It's supposed to have rain, snow, and everything you can think of. I don't think we're going to come out in the morning because it's going to be pretty shitty in the morning. Maybe in the afternoon. Stay tuned. So it's about 10 o'clock. It's been really quiet today. Not a lot of shots this morning. This wind, the wind's changed. It's a different wind today. Yesterday we had a north wind come through, and it really didn't reach the lower level like where I'm standing. I really didn't feel it. You could hear it all day. It really wasn't down in this gully. But today we got a south wind, and you really can feel the wind today. It's made it colder than it should be. I took a walk about a little while ago. I thought I saw my deer that I shot yesterday. I thought maybe it came back around and it dropped like probably 200, 300 yards from me. But it wasn't. It was an optical illusion or some kind of thing. It wasn't. It looked weird. I thought it was a deer, but it wasn't a deer. It being a log. Probably the next couple hours or so, I'm going to be moving to another stand. Hopefully the action's a little bit different over there. You can kind of, I don't know if you can hear the wind on the camera, but it's just a different wind today. Yesterday it was really high up in the tree canopies. It wasn't reaching the bottom. It wasn't reaching, about 15 feet up in the tree. It wasn't really reaching me. It was up in the top canopy. It was like 30, 40 feet off the ground. Today's lower wind. It's a different wind. I know we got that storm coming in probably later on tonight until tomorrow, so the deer should be kind of moving around a little bit. You can tell the pressure is different in the air today too. You can just feel a little different pressure in the air. So hopefully this afternoon will heat up a little bit. The deer start moving around. Stay tuned. So a little action right now. Just as I got off the camera, turned the camera off, and looked over to my left, and I saw some brown walking. Couldn't see it at first, kept moving around, and I got a look at it. Really big bruiser. I grunted at it, storm wheezed at it. Kind of really does. He had his nose ground. He was doing something because he was hopping and bouncing back and forth. Must be a hot doe walk through last night or this morning. He walked over to my father-in-law. Father-in-law took a shot. He says he missed it. He says it was a long shot, but he said it was a big boy. So hopefully that buck stays around the area, because when they move over, that's the direction he headed. So hopefully we can get him. We'll see. Stay tuned. I changed the scenery. Down a new stand, kind of wholly different spot from where I was before. Looking out at the pond in this open field. I'll tell you what I'm looking at. Right, I'll show you what I'm looking at. This open field. They just mowed it probably a couple weeks ago. I think that's the farm end. They just mowed it. So I'll show you where I'm on that. yesterday. That's where he shot at the buck, this little 6-pointer. He shot at that 6-pointer, that big buck that I tried calling earlier. He shot at it, missed it. He's not sure he think he may hit it. Right now he's getting out of his stand right now, coming. He's gonna start pushing towards me and see if we can push it out. We think he might come out right in that area. That's the direction he came. But this is where everybody saw the doe. There's a bunch of does, and a couple bucks chasing last night, so we'll see if that happens tonight. So wish me luck. Stay tuned. So it's a little before about quarter to 1. Been sitting here and not really seeing much. Found out one looking for to see if there's any signs that the deer he shot. All he saw was it just worked its way into another kind of softwood hardwood stand. He didn't go in. He went back into the stand, but you could hear stuff moving around in there. So hopefully I'm gonna sit here. Hopefully I'm sitting right in front of it. He comes out. If it turns left or right, I've got a shot. Definitely have to figure out how to get rid of this sore back. After I sit in my stand all day, my back is killing me. My shoulder blades. I definitely gotta figure something out. If you guys got any suggestions, just let me know. I had to put my hood up. Windows getting a little rough. I got my hat on, but the back of my neck was getting cold. I got this face mask on, but it does pretty good. But there's got ventilation holes on this, so the wind goes through that, so I had to throw my hood up. The wind's kind of going swirly right now. I'm getting the wind from the south to the north. Yeah, whereas I got some good swirl of wind going on, so hopefully that makes it deer not gonna really. They're gonna kind of keep moving even though they smell it. They're not sure where it's coming from. They should keep moving. So hopefully the next couple hours we should get a little bit busy. Stay tuned. So I always sit in my tree stand, but I always want to put my feet up on something. So I had some rope, some old climbing rope from back when I used to work for doing some climbing. Just put some of it, just some old, just kind of a little rope taking work from side to side of a homemade stand. Works out pretty nicely. So I'll show you. Just tie it back and forth, and it just kind of has it right there. I can put my feet right up on it. It's nice and comfortable. I got it in this stand. I just brought an extra piece of rope with me today for this stand. I have it in my other stand over on the other side of the property. I just put my feet up, so I kick back. Just put my feet up and relax. Still trying to figure out how to make my back. Still trying to figure out how to make my back look less, but this seems kind of help my feet go to sleep and keep it a little bit warmer, keep the blood flowing. So, well, 1040 guys, if you got an extra piece of rope. I know most of you guys get some nice, they got the ones that have that fold-out bar for those of us that have only built stands. That just kind of works out nicely. Well, good morning. It's Friday, 21st. Didn't go out yesterday. I obviously do around the house. Family's coming in next week, so kind of gonna get the house ready and fixed. We have a lot of upgrades that we had to do to the house. Had to finish some flooring. That gets over there. I had some bed. Now I don't want bedroom into another, so family can stay in another bedroom. We went out. We didn't go out Monday because the weather was wicked bad. Rain, sleet. It was just really crappy. It would have been just not worth going out. One of the guys out on the property, he went out. He didn't see anything all day. It was a waste of a day. Forgot the camera on Tuesday and Wednesday. Just total lapse. Kind of just rush those 2 days. So I've had swords. I've been out of swords all season. It's been a rough season so far. Hopefully today will be a little bit better. So weather's gonna be a little bit fairly good. Yesterday's a beautiful day. Kind of wish I went out yesterday and stayed home today, but you know when the boss says you gotta stay home, you gotta stay home. So today hopefully will be the day when it's not supposed to get windy until later on this afternoon. So hopefully this morning will be alright. So it's about 7 o'clock or so. Walking back a deer and right along the tree line because there's a lot of oak leaves on the tree line. You can hear them over there. They walk down this lot that's next to me, which I don't have permission to get on yet. And they were walking through there, just making their way through in two distinctive, different tracks of walking. They walk through all the way up over the ridge. You can hear them trying to, just hanging out by the ridge. They seemed nervous because they kept pacing back and forth. Probably about 10 minutes later, another deer come walking through, and that had to be a buck because man, he was walking. He was walking with an intent. He was walking back and forth over there a couple times. He was walking away from me. I'd run into him. He'd come back. It was too dark. I couldn't see where they were. That was a main problem. I looked over, kept looking and kept looking. It was still pretty, it was well before 6 o'clock this morning. It was pretty dark, so he really couldn't see. A lot of squirrel action this morning. The squirrels are driving me nuts. I know I found all night. Been talking about coming into this property to get rid of limiting the squirrel population in here. Cause it's pretty crazy today. It's calmed down a little bit, but the sun started thinking about coming up this morning. And the squirrel, there's like 500 deer or more in here, but those are squirrels chasing each other around. Hopefully, the wind's it's pretty calm right now. They say it's gonna get breezy today, but hopefully right now the wind's in my favor, working in my favor right now. Hopefully these deer start moving around a little bit this morning, trying to get them. It was cold. It was pretty cold last night. It's probably it was in the teens, 20s last night. Hopefully deer are gonna get up this morning, have to move around, go find some food, find a food source this morning. Acorns are not that heavy this year. Pretty heavy, but not as they were last year. And the farmers have pretty much cut all their fields, and all the apples in the orchards are down and been picked up, and all the drops are gone. So we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. Well, it's about noon. It just seems like it's getting colder and colder. It really hasn't warmed up since early this morning. It's about the same temperature. It feels like it's about 20 degrees out or so. This little wind. It's been trying to snow all morning, getting flurries. Heavy flurries to nothing heavy flurries. It's definitely cold enough for it to snow. And it's still quiet, wicked quiet today. I had probably 2 or 3 shots to last probably an hour and a half. One was probably on the other side of the road from this property. I'm pretty sure I know who that was. I have to check in with them later today, see if he got anything. It's been just a little chilly, that's all today. I'm surprised we don't got more. I mean, how cold it is, deer moving around. I think we're in that lull for the next week or so. Hopefully it picks up soon. I got a couple weeks left. Not even got 2 weeks left of the rifle season, so hopefully it picks up. Stay tuned. Just a little bit of snow action going on. It's been doing this kind of all morning. Here and there, wind kicks up, and snow comes in for a little bit, and it goes away for a while. It's kind of nice to see a little snow action going on. Hopefully it's going to push the deer up a little bit, but I'm hoping so. The wind's just changed, so I moved to another stand. Before the wind was pushing, it wasn't really pushing across the trail in front of me, but now the wind has changed, so it's pushing wind across the trail, so I moved to another spot. Now the wind's blowing like northwest, so it's blowing kind of at me now, so now special in the pond. The pond's been frozen probably since Monday. It's not really frozen, but it's got that layer of ice on it. You can kind of see it. It's been slowly getting thicker and thicker. This corner down here, that's getting really thick because the sun doesn't hit that all day. So it's getting thicker and thicker. Normally this pond freezes from this side over by the doctor's house. The pond really freezes there because it's the way the wind blows. It keeps all the ice down here. And up by his house it rarely freezes. It'll probably get a little ice up by his house, but not much. I'm waiting to see my father-in-law go by. He was supposed to be getting out of his stand, going to the truck. He's gonna go on up on that ridge across the way. We've been seeing stuff move across there coming when we leave at night, so he's probably gonna go sit up there and see if he can see what's going on up there. I'll stick with it here, so we'll see. Stay tuned. Well, it's about 9 o'clock. By far the coldest morning yet. I didn't feel pretty much all morning until now because I'm just trying to stay warm. Until warmer than I got hand warmers in. It's been pretty chilly this morning. I think it was about 14 or 15 when I walked in this morning. Walking in this morning, I bumped two things out. Not exactly sure what they were. Pretty much there hasn't been really much movement today. Probably about maybe a handful of shots this morning. Two of them pretty close on the property. It sits on the back side of this property and a piece of property on the side of us. This is my last one. We got a storm front coming in. We've got some rain coming in later on this evening. Knocking on tomorrow. I got work to do around the house. Family's coming in on Monday, so I gotta stay home and do some work around the house, get it situated. Gotta get some things done if some of my guys are room to stay in. So we're coming out Monday, hopefully. I'm hearing it's gonna be raining a little bit, so maybe it's supposed to be a little warmer too. It's supposed to be probably 10 to 15 degrees warmer than it has been. So I doubt that's gonna make a move, but maybe with the rain and everything, they may want to move around a little bit. So I'm gonna go back. You can hear the wind kicking up again. This is kind of in and out. It's all morning. It's definitely a cold wind this morning, so I'm gonna go back and try to get myself warm again. Stay tuned. So, what a few days makes a difference. I'm thinking about Sunday because I have some family things we gotta do. It's Monday, the 24th, right? 23rd, 24th. Time flies during our vacation. What a few days, man. Yesterday is probably in the probably 40s, maybe low 50s. Today, I looked at the thermometer before I came out. It's like 65 degrees. So, I got rain gear on today. I'm still pretty warm. I'm trying not to sweat. It's windy. Wind's going from the south. So I'm sitting up on the back, up on a ridge, probably about 60, 70 yards off to where right is my tree stand. Been watching and seeing deer come up through this little saddle area. And one of the guys on some property shot a deer on Saturday night, and they came just below the ridge line. So I'm gonna try to see if I can maybe they'll come through again. I haven't heard a shot since I've been out here. Been out for about 25 minutes, 30 minutes, really. I'm sure it's pretty warm out today, so I don't know if they're gonna move. But if you're not out in the woods, you don't know if you can get it. So spend time in the woods. If you're not out here, you can't get anything. So we'll see. I guess I'm coming in on Wednesday. Tomorrow evening, so tomorrow evening should be good because we're supposed to be getting some decent amount of
have no luck at all. 30-yard shot. I don't know how I missed it. Doe came up with a fawn. Fawn came up first. I was waiting for the doe to come up. I shifted myself. I did all sorts of stuff, but she didn't make me. And all of a sudden, she just like popped her head up and she looked right at me, and then she started walking towards me with intent, stomping that foot. Not exactly sure what she was doing, but there's no way she could have saw me. I had a good back cover silhouette, front silhouette. I was covered pretty well. She was stomping, watching me, and I tried to just slowly get the gun up so I could get her when she turned. She looked at me for a while, and then all of a sudden she started to walk away, and she's starting to feed again. I brought the gun up. I don't know what happened. I had her in my sights, and all of a sudden I took the shot, and she took off running. No blood. I checked for about 20 minutes or so. Man, this is ridiculous. First day, misfire on a nice sized doe. I'm still on the first day. Another four-pointer, either 4-pointer or 6-pointer came running through. Tried to stop him, took a running shot, and missed him. Second day out, sitting in another stand, had a nice probably 6 or 8-pointer sitting there. Took a shot, and not sure how I missed him, because he was probably sure why I missed him, because I don't think it wasn't really a good shot. I was rushing a shot. So, and then today's the last day of my vacation, so hopefully I got maybe 1 or 2 more days to get out here. I think I know where I'm sitting for the rest of the time is right on that ridge. There's a saddle. They're coming up through that saddle, so looks like I'll be sitting there for the next few days, the next 3 days. I think I got 3 days left of the season to come out, because my work schedule just not going to help very much. So hopefully I'm going to put my father-in-law up there tomorrow while I'm at work, and hopefully he can get something. So, well, that's it for my vacation of hunting season. Like I said, I got 3 more days. We'll see what happens in those 3 days. Stay tuned.
So hopefully you can hear me this morning. I got you inside my keys. Snow's dropping all over the place. Last Wednesday, before Thanksgiving, we had a nice little snowstorm come through, dropping 10 inches. It's the first day I've gotten out. Today's Sunday, November 30th. This is the first day we don't get out since we had that snowstorm before Thanksgiving. So today's November 30th. On a half day today. Got some family things to do this afternoon with the family. You know how family is. Family comes first sometimes before hunting. So this is what it looks like. I'm on the ground today. We're watching this ridge, and I've been running this ridge a lot. It's kind of hit or miss. My father-in-law was out yesterday, found a whole bunch of bedding area. So hopefully they'll come back around and bed down for the day in this area. Father-in-law yesterday got a nice sized doe, decent another doe, from his stand again. This is the second time he's got in that area where I've put him. So, but this is what it looks like from my spot. It's not that bad compared to a couple days ago. I guess the snow is pretty thick in here. Trees are bent right over, so this is what it looks like out here today. There are a lot of the deer are really active in this area. I walked probably maybe 40, 60 feet from my stand, or from where I was sitting this morning. And I come across this, it must be the mass crop. There's no more mass crop in the area, because now they're coming after the acorns really hard. You can kind of see it. I mean, they're really hitting it today. Must be the last couple days. You can see it's pretty fresh. There's some over here. There's over here. I walked up into that area right up there. must be hunting this too with us. They must have been out yesterday walking in here because they got fresh tracks from them. They followed them. It must have been stalking because they walked all the way up to behind me. I was following them. They go back down the hill. So hopefully they know I'm up in here. This is inside we hunt, so they must have realized we weren't out here yesterday because I didn't get a chance to come out yesterday. Or it could have been my father-in-law's tracks. I'm not sure who was their tracking. So I'm gonna go actually take my stuff over to my stand, and then I'll walk over to my father-in-law and see if we can do a little push for him. So we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. So it's December 1st today. Didn't come out this morning. This property's kind of turned into an afternoon evening spot now. Walking in probably about half an hour ago, 45 minutes ago. Walked by the thicket, which we're not sure if anything's hanging out in there, but we pushed something. It looked like a buck was running. I came out, we were trying to catch up to it. Ended up going through before we get around the bend. So it got pushed out, so we had a feeling it's going to circle around. I'm in prime spot for if it's going to circle around in this area. If it goes to the other saddle, my father-in-law's in prime spot for it to come around, so we're pretty sure that we're in prime spots today for anything that's going to move. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Wind's coming out of the northwest. Hit about 50 today. So who knows what it's going to do. The temperature's dropping. We got a front coming through right about now. It's coming through. So we should push the deer a little bit. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, someone walks through today. I'm at another spot on the ridge today since the wind's blowing out of the northwest. I had to change my spot. If I stayed in the other spot, the wind would have blown on. I would have pushed it right onto them. But today, I'm farther down the ridge. They're going to walk. They have to walk pretty much below and past me, and the wind's coming kind of down the ridge. So I'm farther down the ridge. They're going to have to walk to the north of me, so hopefully I'm in the right spot for them. You can see where they've been walking up through. I kind of can see it. I'm guessing where they